Hello, I am Mabel Brown Stewart, author of Strange Tales from the Acme Ballroom, and I'm pleased to present to you an audio version premiering on my next installment in the Port Fortune series, Christmas in the Acme Ballroom. This is a preview. The book will be published in the Kindle format and as a paperback in July of 2021. I'll be releasing one section of it a day leading up to the holiday. So, without further ado, here is the prologue and letter one of Christmas in the Acme Ballroom. Prologue. I'm a high school graduate. Yay! And in just over 1 month, I will be moving to Seattle to attend University of Washington. I'm going to be a theater major and learn to be a professional costume designer. College, amazing. So I've lived in the Acme building for 4 years now and just finished my senior year. It's hard to believe. I'm cleaning out my room and starting to pack. Mom's holding up pretty well, but I can tell she's sad, even though she's also happy for me. We sent graduation announcements to just about everyone, including our old friends back in Indiana. Today, I received a mysterious package from my middle school teacher, Miss Hatch. I didn't know what to expect as I opened the package. Surprise! It was a stack of old letters I sent to her after we moved to Washington. I'm not sure what to think about her sending them back to me. Anyway, for 2 weeks in December 2015, when I was in the 9th grade, I wrote letters to Miss Hatch. A lot of them. I poured out my heart to her because I knew she'd understand. And now, I guess they've found their way back. Here are my letters. Signed Mo Stoll, Port Fortune, Washington, August 15th, 2019. Letter 1. Pen pal? December 8th, 2015. Dear Miss Hatch, today I took my Sharpie and marked another X across the date on the calendar. It's the 14th mark I've made. The 14th day without Sean. I keep scratching over the X until the ink spreads and the paper begins to tear. Will he ever come back? So I don't want you to think I'm pathetic or anything. I've got friends. One good one, anyway. And my mom cares about me, but there are some things that are happening that are a little hard to talk about. I feel like maybe you would understand. You don't have to write back. I mean, it would be great if you did, but no pressure. Life has certainly changed for us since my mom and I moved to Port Fortune, Washington. The first few months were completely crazy. If it hadn't been for my best friend Darla and Larry, my extra special pet turtle, which you, in your awesomeness, gave me, I don't think I could have made it through. Oh, and my mom helped too, of course. We had a cat, too. We named him Sean, but he was pretty wild. He would show up for a few days and make himself to home, and then leave, and we wouldn't see him for a few days or so. But now he's been gone 2 weeks. I miss him so much. Do you think he'll come back? I'm worried. I can hardly sleep. Where is he? You're probably surprised to see me writing so much. Guess what? I discovered speech to text. I just have to talk into my laptop and voila! It writes down everything I say like magic. Then I just look it over, change a few things, and print it out. Then I send it to you. It's not the way my mom writes. She carries around this weird little journal and is always writing down stuff with a Ticonderoga pencil. Number 2, of course. Not me. I have to save up all my thoughts and then pour them out all at once. Here's the thing. You probably remember that my mom wasn't happy in Indiana. She used to scowl all the time. I mean, she used to squinch up her face in this really sad way. I would never tell her this, but I know her students used to make fun of her because she limps a little. I don't know exactly what happened to one of her legs, but it ended up being shorter than the other one. I think the kids picked on her because she wasn't all that nice to them. I don't think she really enjoyed being a teacher, and she needed to make a change. I wonder why teaching made you so happy, but it made my mom so miserable. Anyway, I guess you might call my mom eccentric. I don't mean that in a rude way or anything, because I'm different too, just not in the same way. Since we moved to Port Fortune, Mom's come to life. She even has a boyfriend. His name is Vic Donnelly, and he's an attorney. Just in case you think he sounds boring, I should tell you that on the weekends, he's a Bigfoot hunter. Seriously, it's a real thing here. I can tell he loves my mom, but I'm not sure how he feels about me. Anyway, my mom smiles a lot more, and she looks people in the eye now. When I'm writing to you, should I refer to my mom as Senta or just Mom? Do you care? When I first met you, I was just a little kid who wouldn't talk because of my stutter. I'll be 15 on January 22nd. Then, 6 months after that, I'll be able to get my learner's permit. My mom waited until she was 59 to get her driver's license. Not me. I'm going to be ready to take the test as soon as I turn 16. Also, my stutter is almost gone. What do you think of our home now, the Acme building? Mom fell in love with the Acme when she was looking on the internet for a new house. We used to live in a super modern, super clean townhome in Indiana, but now we're in this ancient, rundown place on the Olympic Peninsula that has an actual ghost. Her name is Lolita, and she used to live here too. I mean, I've never actually seen her, but I felt her presence. Do you believe in ghosts? Last fall, I wanted to move out of the Acme so badly. Some really awful stuff went down. This weird guy dressed up as a monster hid in one of the closets and tried to scare us away. It was so creepy. And I should probably tell you about the cellar, but I may need to wait on that one. For some reason, this time of year, December, it's tough for me. It's when I really miss having a regular family. I know, there might not really be such a thing, but it hurts when I hear of other kids spending time with their dads. I have this hole where my dad should be and so many questions about him. But things are getting better. I'm trying to get to know Vic, but he's pretty shy. He's very kind, but he doesn't seem that fatherly. A while ago, my mom said, "Don't get attached." But I wonder if she's following her own advice. Maybe Vic and my mom will get married. Spent a lot of time imagining what that would be like. So I've come to really like the Acme building, especially the ballroom on the second floor. It's something special, in my opinion. Magical, even. I'll have to send you a photo. So I was feeling pretty good about living here, but weird things started happening again. Oh, I'm getting ahead of myself. I decided to write it all down so I can remember all the details. And after you've read what I'm going to share with you, you can make up your own mind. That's all I have time for. My language arts teacher, Mr. Wells, really piles on the homework. His big thing is vocabulary. He says he wants us all to be like walking dictionaries when we're done with this class. I have 13 words to look up tonight. 13. Yeah, I wrote that right. Mr. Wells says he likes prime numbers, so he didn't make it an even 10. I asked him, what about 11? That's a prime number too. Mr. Wells just smiled and said, lucky 13. Case closed. Our internet is out, so I have to use this gigantic dictionary that used to belong to my grandpa, who I never met. I better commence with this drudgery. There, I've used 2 of the words. Where is Sean? How can I find him? Sincerely, Stoll, your former student.